Hello YouTube, Keldrick Warden back again, and today we're going to be talking about Robin Hood 2018. The movie came out about a week ago. I cannot remember who the main actor is. That's how much impact this film had on me. Um, as far as the credits, I do know Jamie Foxx is in it, which that should say enough right there. Um, I checked out a few reviews before doing this one, and a lot of people ripping this film apart. It's it's not that bad, realistically. Um, I know I said this about The Nun when I did that review, and I know I said this about a lot of films, but I'm also optimistic about a lot of movies that I watch. But Robin Hood was good for what it is. It's entertaining. It's funny. No, funny, funny, haha, no, funny. Just I get what they're going with here. Um, it's stable. It's a very stable film. It it's modern. As far as Robin Hood films go, this is basically an updated version of the Kevin Costner one from the 1990s. Um, just replace Morgan Freeman with Jamie Foxx. Sorry, we're having some camera difficulties on my end. It's swiveling. 1 second, and there we go. Back. Get against the white wall. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's get to the meat of this thing. So Robin Hood of Locksley, we all know the legend, right? The movie seems we do too. Um, it's narrated partially by what I think is Jamie Foxx's character. Uh, Spoilers throughout this thing. If just in case you're curious, I'll give you a rating real quick so I don't spoil it for you. If you're interested in seeing the movie, go see it. If you want an action film that is good and is lighthearted and just I thought it was going to be Green Arrow. I really did. And that's why I didn't see it at first. Thought it was going to be Green Arrow. It's not Green Arrow. I was really happy with this film. I was really very strikingly impressed. All the shots are clean, crisp, and actiony. It was very good. Um, what really struck me as odd about it was how much I liked it. Because it's got some scenes in it that are kind of uncomfortable. Like when Robin is talking to the sheriff. That was a weird scene. A lot of church dislike in this. A lot of corruption of church. We don't get an evil King John. I think we don't get that in this film. Spoilers. All right, and here, omitting that one, we're gonna jump to the rest of the spoilers in the thing. Okay, so from here on out, we're gonna do a quick summary. The film starts very quickly. Narrated by Morgan Freeman, as I was saying. Not Morgan Freeman. Oh, excuse me. Snetzel. It's narrated by Jamie Foxx. I'm sorry, it's the middle of the night, guys. I'm doing my best here. This vlog is taking forever. Sorry. Jamie Foxx narrates the film. Starting off, and it's a pretty good intro. It starts out with Maid Marian. She's trying to steal a horse from a stable boy. Or maybe not Maid Marian. It's a woman. We don't know who it is. Don't know who it is. Maybe Marian, maybe not. I'm pretty sure it's Marian. Boy stops her and is like, "What are you doing?" "I'm stealing your horse." "Oh, I'm the rich boy that lives here." Falls in love with Robin Hood. That's where your story starts. Robin Hood gets drafted. Robin Locksley gets drafted by the sheriff and sent to war for 4 years. Then we get some cool scenes about war and his loss and jokes about his love for Marian. Then, gets his ass. They take down this guy who basically has a machine gun arrows, as you do in the Middle East during this time. Take down the machine gun arrows. Sorry, camera's tripping again. Son of. Okay. All right, so he takes down the machine gun arrows guy. Then he does battle with this one of the Arabs who beats the crap out of him, almost kills him. His captain cuts his hand off, and we go from there. Not Robin's, cuts the Muslim's hand off. They're in prison. It mimics the Kevin Costner scene in '99. I'm gonna say that. The next scene, they're in the battle camp, and they're talking about the battle. They're talking about how it happened. They're talking about what's going on, and then it picks up with him walking through what is essentially a camp full of people that have been captured and are POWs. And then they're executing people, just chop and done. They are going pretty ham at it. His commanding officer is just killing people left and right without much remorse or thought because they're prisoners of war, and the way he sees it, kill them. One of which is a young boy who, I say young, the guy's like, he's about maybe 18, 20, 21 at the most. Puts his head on the chopping block, and Robin, in a very well shot, the action in this film was very well shot, blocks the axe as it comes down and is then basically court-martialed for it. But his last act before they pin him down is to cut the chains that are holding the other prisoners, and it thereby frees the guy he was battling before, who then, considering that Robin tried to save his son, follows him back to England, and you all know the story from there. He teams up with Robin, and they become Robin Hood. Well, not Robin Hood, but the Hood. I don't know why I don't like that. I don't like the Hood. I don't like any of it. But from there it picks up and it goes. He starts training him to be a better outlaw because when Robin gets home, his manor is ransacked. They've taken all his belongings for taxes, which, yeah, that was kind of a sad. And he's rebuilding the manor because it's been presumed he's been dead for so long. And Friar Tuck's like, "Confession, my man." And he's like, "Where's Marion, Tuck?" "Robin, you're alive." "Yes, what would you expect? I'm back from war." "But you were dead 2 years ago." "Was I?" That's about how the scene goes. Anyway. Robin and the man from before, who is called John, his name is John. They do not call him Little John, but it is very heavily implied he is Little John. We're just going to go with that, okay? Continue on with their plans, and he robs from the rich and gives to the poor and begins to pretty much take out the bad guys systematically, all ending in a very large battle in a treasury, which Robin doesn't take a single coin from. He escapes and gets, some very, very good action scenes. Like I said, just go check this thing out. It was worth seeing just for Jamie Foxx's performance and the guy playing Robin. But there's a subplot with this about Marion, who has fallen in love with a guy named Will, and I swear money it's Will Scarlet. Like, that's who he's supposed to be. But God, if that's Will Scarlet, I'm sad, because this is they misused their Will Scarlet a little bit, in my opinion. But I'm a bit of a history buff in the nut, so we'll scrap it for now. But as we continue through, Robin has been playing like a Batman duet here. He's been doing the things to get closer to the sheriff as the Lord Locksley, and doing the robberies as Robin Hood. And it's very well done. I mean, his interactions, he's very good at manipulating the sheriff and just getting in his good graces. It's very iconic. I mean, I can only compare it to Zorro, like that kind of duality with it, but it doesn't last very long. I mean, all the way through the film it lasts, but toward the end, he gives it up because he has to get the people. He jumps on this thing and he's like, "I'm Robin Hood," and he takes his mask off and everyone's like, "Whoa," and then they follow him. And, it goes on like that. It's really, really good. But that's pretty much my review on it. It ends the way you expect it to end. Little John and Robin and Marion all, team up, and they save the people from the sheriff, and they take down the bad guys, and really cool death scene, which involves, the whole... It's a trope-filled film. It's very, very by the numbers, but it was fun, and it was modern enough to be by the numbers, but not predictable, if that makes any sense. I recommend checking it out. 9 out of 10. On my... If you're interested in Robin Hood, go watch it. Let's see, on my would I recommend it to a normal moviegoer who's into action films? 7 out of 10 on that. Would I recommend it for a critic? Probably not. 5 out of 10 for critics, because critics are going to rip this thing apart because it's so by the numbers in places. And there's a scene specifically when they're in the Middle East fighting the Crusades. If you replace the bows in that scene with AK-47s or any form of military ordnance, it would still be the same scene. It's issuey with me about how they're walking around with bows, okay, and they're in a military formation with bows. It just, I don't know why. Maybe if you can find me footage of this where it works and there's actual formations in medieval times where they lined up back to back or in like formation with bows, please send it to me because I'd love to see that. But it was just like you'd see in Saving Private Ryan or a ton of other military films, the same platoon type format, which doesn't, I don't know, that doesn't strike me right for bows and arrows in the Crusades. Maybe it's just the way my head works. The scene felt really weird to me. That's my only real complaint with the film. I loved all of it. I love Fire Tuck. Tuck, sorry, not Chuck. Speech impediment. I love Fire Tuck. I loved all of this film. This is my longest review to date on the channel, by the way. Excuse the spinning and all this. The camera's being weird. I'm working on getting a newer one set up. But hope you guys are still on, and this is Keldrick signing out. Please check out all my videos, and have a good day. Bye-bye.